Hello friends, welcome to my first segment, Career Insight. This is me, Fatima, founder of AA Global Thinkers. So get ready to be inspired. Today we have a scientific superstar with us, from streets of Kolkata to PhD in molecular biology in US, from navigating tricky career paths to follow her true passion. This insightful chat will surely provide you some invaluable advice for someone who is feeling a bit lost. So sit back and relax. And let's welcome our first guest, Dr. Debolina Acharya. Hi, Debolina, how are you?
I'm good, Fatima. How are you?
Right, sunny day today. How are you feeling?
Great.
Okay, Debolina, could you tell us something about yourself to our audience?
So, hi everybody. I'm Debolina, and I'm currently a PhD student at the Department of Biochemistry, Cellular and Molecular Biology at the University of Tennessee. I did my undergraduate from Scottish Church College in Kolkata in microbiology, and I then went to do my master's in microbiology from St. Xavier's College, Kolkata.
Okay, that's a long journey.
Yes.
So let's go back. Let's go back to our schooling life where we as a student struggle to pick up a subject. Let's go back to that time. So being as a student of class 11th, how did you choose a subject that is science? We have commerce, we have humanities, we have arts. Why science?
So while I was growing up, I was always a very curious child. So picking up a science stream was a no-brainer. But before choosing science, I did a couple of classes in commerce too. I did not feel a good fit in the commerce for myself, and so I went on to pursue my 11th and 12th grade in science.
So did you miss your schooling life?
No, I had a great school life. I had awesome friends. So yeah, no regrets there.
So after 12th, we come to a stage where we have to select a college, where we start the next transition phase of our life. So as a student of that time, what are the questions you have asked yourself why you were selecting the college?
Right. So I think in my 11th and 12th grade, I had a very good biology teacher who basically sparked my interest in cellular and molecular biology. And when I was when I was studying with her, she actually did her I believe her bachelor's and master's in biotech. And I think that basically sparked my interest. And she suggested me that I pursue microbiology because, unlike my friends who were all interested in medical and engineering, I was not interested in those fields. And microbiology just felt the right fit for me. And once I chose the subject, then I went on to look at the different colleges that were offering those subjects. Scottish Church happened to be one of the top colleges in Kolkata that was offering the subject. I really liked the department, and that is how I chose Scottish Church for my undergrad.
After undergraduation, these questions a lot of students have asked me that when you try to move out from India, after your masters, you selected to start your journey as an international students.
Right.
Everybody is aware about TOEFL, IELTS, GRE. That to be an international student, you have to clear these exams. After your masters, you were pursuing PhD in US. So, what are the hurdles that came across, and what are the extra efforts you have put to be a PhD student in US?
Right. So I feel that when you are thinking of starting your grad school in US, what I lacked, especially during my time, is that I did not really have a hands-on experience in research. And right out of my masters, I started working in different labs. I began by working at first at Indian Institute of Chemical Biology, which is in Kolkata, for about 2 months for as a research fellow. Then I moved on to work at National Center for Biological Sciences in Bangalore, in NCBS Bangalore, where I worked for a year. After that, I worked at Jadavpur University at the Department of Life Science and Biotech for about 6 months before actually, applying for my GRE and TOEFL. And what all of these research experiences did is it gave me an idea about how grad school works. And I think those research experiences really shaped my understanding of what universities to choose, what field to apply, or what kind of mentorship or training I needed to take my next phase and next steps in life.
So, what I have seen so far, people who start their journey for PhD, it's a long process. they get very fear. They have that thing, will they able to complete it? So you have taken a gap after masters. You did your experience, you did a job. So I just want to know one thing. Did that help you to have a good path or have a successful journey for your PhD, or does experience give that boost in your profile or in your resume for the international student waves?
Absolutely. Because I think what all of these experiences do, it gives you a hands on training about how research works in reality in a lab. It's not like, when you think about research and science, you think that it's like at a flick of a hand, you can get things done. That's not how research works. And what that experience does or teach, it makes you understand if you have the tenacity to actually work on a project for 7 years and see if it bears fruit or not. So it really gives you a good idea about your own personality and do you fit with what the requirements of a PhD are.
So what I know, a lot of people would have gone for Ivy Leagues, but you have chosen a different path. So why not Ivy Leagues and why University of Tennessee?
So one of the things that a lot of people, it sounds very good on the paper on Ivy Leagues. What a lot of people do not understand is there is a huge pressure. There's a huge amount of expectations that is built on you because you are carrying this big name on your shoulders, and often that overshadows your own potential and what you can push forward as a scientist and as a grad school. So I wanted to opt for a more realistic approach in training because let's be fair, we, at least me, I was not really a school topper. I was a very above average student who had very good understanding and interest in science, and that's why I chose to do it. So I think what it helped me is have that training period to basically wet my toes, see what the expectations are, and once I understood that good science can come from really anywhere, and when I realized that, that was a game changer for me.
Yeah, that sounds a valuable advice for someone who is in the upcoming field of science. And my next question is according to that. What advice would you give to the students who are coming in the field of research?
So one of the biggest advice I have for the people who are interested in research and want to, become scientists eventually, is if you want to be a scientist, intelligence has really nothing to do with it because everybody is intelligent in their own unique ways. What research demands is a lot of hard work and vigor. It's not a field of instant gratification. You need to have a lot of patience in what you are doing. So be patient is one of the core advice I would give if anybody's interested in, science and is interested in research. And my second important advice is not just for the scientists, it's for pretty much any professional who is interested. I think the development of soft skills is extremely important because this soft skill helps you in communication, helps you in networking. Your peer group has an immense impact on your research questions because let's face it, like our parents can only advise us to a certain extent, and a lot of things that we learn around is based on what others have done before us. And so I think understanding that development of that soft skills to have that and build that network is extremely important, something not a lot of people talk about, but I think that really has shapes your life in a different way.
I think that's correct. And I have Debolina for this insightful chat, but I have a lot of personal questions to you,
Absolutely.
but we are going to bring that in our next segment. So stay tuned for our next segment in our career insight. We are going to bring up a lot of hard-hitting questions about life, money, and success. And if you have any question, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Cheers.